What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Now, it's been a little while since I've done a video on Titanfall 2. There's probably quite a good reason for that, because quite frankly I've not really played the game, and it's a shame because Titanfall 2 is a game that I absolutely adore. It's a game that I love. It's a game that I think really got fucked hard by EA with the release of Battlefield 1, and then obviously you had Activision's Call of Duty releasing just after it at the same time as well. So it's sandwiched in between two AAA titles, and it was never really going to have the same sort of thrust and push that we thought it was going to have, or that it deserved. And I've always mentioned that it was a really, really good game. I felt that it was supported properly by the community, and by the developers. That, you know, free DLC, all of the little bits and pieces that go with it. The gameplay was always really crisp. Just everything about the game was absolutely brilliant. Now, the thing that's kind of that's kind of made me make this video is that I was having a conversation with Bipolar Bear in the DMs, and we were having a bit of a chat about Titanfall 2, and we were actually talking about the new DLC, which is coming out on the 29th of August, I believe, called the Postcards from the Frontier, which, again, as we say, it's free DLC, as ever. There are obviously some microtransactions and stuff that you can get in there. There's 8 new elite weapon variants. They're $4.99 each, or you can pay $24.99 for the entire bundle. Again, it's just, I think it's more of a cosmetic thing than anything else. And there's some new bits and pieces on there. There's Frontier Defense that's going to be including 3 new maps, Horde mode, all that kind of stuff. So some really, really interesting and quite substantial things going on with the DLC. Now, the issue that I have with this is that at Gamescom recently, where EA had their press conference, they talked about Battlefield, they talked about Need for Speed, they talked about Sims 4, other games, but nothing was mentioned about Titanfall 2. The trailer for the DLC actually came out a day later with no fanfare whatsoever at all, and you can't help but think to yourself, are EA purposefully trying to kill off this game? Are they trying to do something just to stop people playing this game? Now, I've often said one of the biggest disappointments about this game is the fact that there is not a lot of people playing it. You'd get online and I'd always have really, really good fun. It was my go-to game from a couple of months ago, where I'd go and play for half an hour, get a couple of gameplays out of it that I could chop together, or just use one gameplay and bring that to the masses with a little bit of a commentary over it. But you kind of get the feeling that EA just don't give a crap about the game whatsoever at all. Now, you have to go back to February this year, where EA quietly admitted that the sales for this game were nowhere near what they thought it would be, and they actually admitted that releasing the game in between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty was probably not the best idea. And it's almost that you kind of feel like they're almost saying, look, we get that we're flogging a dead horse now, so there's not really very much that I can do about it. We're just going to have to kind of see how it goes, and if we don't talk about it, then maybe people won't mention it. And to coin a phrase that that Bipolar Bear used, that he's actually allowed me to use, I have to agree with it. You do kind of feel like that they are treating it like the red-headed stepchild that nobody ever talks about. And it's a real shame, because I've said enough times how good this game is. There's enough people online that have said how good this game is, but there just is not enough people playing the game. And you have to, I did think that the promotion that they did for it was always really, really good, but actually when I go back and think about it, whenever I came to hear about promotion from the game, it wasn't direct from the developer or EA. It kind of came from people that I knew that played the game. So you kind of feel like, are they purposefully just putting it on the back foot because they know that they can rinse other games for more money? I don't. It's hard to say. It's a real shame, because Titanfall 2 is a phenomenally good game. It is a brilliant game. It's just a shame that it released when it did, that they fucked up and released it at the time that they did, because they could have had such a good game on their hands that could have done more than what it actually did. I mean, you look at it on the face of it, story mode, fantastic. Multiplayer, brilliant to actually play. I don't know. I definitely think that EA are... It's like the love child that nobody talks about. It's like that skeleton in your closet that you don't want anybody to know about. It really does feel that way. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. It just feels like EA are really trying to kill this game off. Quietly, but now more noticeably. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. This has been OG Gibbon, and we're out of here. Peace.